Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 102.
102.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Orlando, Florida.
Big doings. They are sponsoring Reed Sorensen, NASCAR driver, starting at Pocono and going all the way through to Daytona.
I know, you'll see them there.
I will see them at Daytona. Very exciting. And also, speaking of Theme Park Connection, we're going to announce the prizes from episode number 100, including the $100 gift card.
And that will be at the end of the show.
That's right. We'll announce all those winners at the end of the show.
And Pixie Vacations. We're very excited because Steve Griswold from the travel agency has a great little segment on our show today about Disneyland Paris and the new Ratatouille area.
Yes.
So definitely go to their website also and, if you want a quote for a Disney vacation.
Okay, and on with the show. We're going to start with the 24-hour day.
This is the Rock Your Disney Side event.
Rock Your Disney Side, which I rocked it at 4:50 in the morning when I got there.
I was not rocking anything at 4:50 in the morning. I was not that I am actually a morning person, but not on this day.
Right. It was quite early, but it was worth it to see all the characters in their pajamas. The first part of the show, actually this segment, we're going to look at all the characters. And they did the normal welcome that morning. And, of course, you could see heroes and villains. It was sort of themed after heroes and villains. So here they are.
Well, it didn't feel, when we were there at night, I didn't get there till with you at 9 p.m.
9 o'clock. Well, there's
and
Maleficent.
It was much more of a villains event at that point.
Right. Most of the hero action went on during the day in the daylight hours, but after nighttime, all these guys kind of came out, which is fitting for the villains.
And who was the hero? Like, I know Hercules was there, but who else would be a hero?
Well, they had Peter Pan of was a hero, and Buzz Lightyear was a hero, and the Incredibles, people like that. And here's I don't know if Tinkerbell was a hero, but this is her recently moved
Tinkerbell's Nook.
Yes.
So it actually looks very similar to when the Pixie Hollow before.
Yes, Pixie Hollow, I should say. She was showing me around her new digs. Early in the morning, look what was out.
I had the omnibus.
Double-decker omnibus. I love it. And all the cars. This was about 6:20 at the time, so it was kind of cool to see all that stuff.
If I was on the scooter at the time, I might have ended up going in the morning as well, but I'm actually walking a little bit now.
Yeah,
so I'm very excited about that.
Which is wonderful. And here is some of the merchandise they had with the heroes and villains.
And we ended up with a couple of shirts. You brought them home.
That's right. And I should say, we are actually recording this show at Disney's Kidani Village. We are on the road right now, thanks to some great friends of ours, some really awesome friends that allowed us to stay here in their village that they couldn't use. So we see animals outside right now.
I know. We saw some giraffes and everything. There's Olaf. Also, we're just looking. Olaf is not outside the window.
Yes, I apologize for rambling. I just wanted to set the stage.
Bird.
Yes, here is some of the goodies that they had for the Rock Your Disney Side event.
And did we have something later in the evening? I think
yes,
at
we
Starbucks
did. Yes,
at like almost 6
a.m. It was
6
quite early in the morning, I think, by the time. I think we had a frozen cupcake. We never actually had the heroes and villains.
They don't look that exciting anyway.
No,
so I like the little, the things that say heroes and villains.
Did you see that? The Mickey,
macaron.
The Mickey shaped macaron.
They call it macaroon, and it's not. It's a macaron.
Macaron, yeah.
I know,
Macaroon's a fruit.
They still have the signs up for macaroon.
Yes. Anyway, some of this stuff looks pretty cool, so I thought I would add it in. We're sort of deviating from the plan. We're looking at characters.
There's a Maleficent pop.
Yes, Maleficent pop. Yes. All sorts of goodness there.
And our next segment is about the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It was actually open for 24 hours during the Rock Your Disney Side event.
Right. Very, very surprising, but a very good surprise.
And you were on it 3 times that day.
That's right. As soon as I got the word that it was open, I had headed straight down to the mine train, and I rode it 3 times. This is the line, and it was actually a lot of fun to wait in this line because all the different guests that were dressed up. Here is, I guess that's Kristoff
and Anna.
Anna there. So it's just there's the what's his name?
Oh, that's from Up. Carl.
Carl, yes. But,
so there were a lot of great outfits that day. And I just want to say also, this was your first time, second time, third time riding this, and you had the best video I've seen online. I'm not being biased. I just think, it looks better than it actually was.
Look, Santa Claus was even riding that day.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. I saw him.
But if you say it looked better than it really is, I guess that's a good compliment.
It's not bad.
I actually really liked the ride.
Right, but I thought that what you did looked even better.
Well, anyway, we're skipping some of that right now. Oh, that's the cast member that helped you off when you had the wheelchair situation.
Right, I actually did ride it.
That's right. So we're jumping all over the place, but right now we are going to get into the car and give it a ride. Denise rode it on opening day, which was the 28th, and again, I rode it 3 times on the Rock Your Disney Side day, so we'll be able to talk about it from a perspective of both actually riding it.
And I actually was cleared the day before to be able to ride it and to actually take steps as I could.
And you could see it's a little tight looking, but actually when you get in it, you had plenty of room for your boot and all our stuff.
I don't want to say plenty, but it's it looks very tight, but it wasn't.
So why don't you give your thoughts on the ride?
I think it's a nice ride. I like the dark ride portion almost better than, it's not a thrilling attraction like Big Thunder Mountain. It's fun, but it's not,
gentle thrills.
It is very gentle, and we were in the back. Like when I said it was very gentle, somebody was like, well, you should ride it in the back. I'm like, I did ride it in the back. So
yeah, it's very interesting. We've had a lot of people come up to us that don't ride roller coasters, never ride roller coasters, won't ride Big Thunder or any of that, but they really want to see this ride. And they asked, what do we think? I say, if you don't have a real issue with motion, just do it. It's certainly not a scary.
And the motion wasn't that much. There wasn't a lot of motion.
We sat in the most motionful place, which is the last car, and we had no problem.
I felt like I really like.
Yeah, the animatronic here is amazing.
I really like the dark ride. It's well worth riding. I don't know if it's worth an hour and a half, but as somebody pointed out to me, is Peter Pan worth an hour and a half?
Right.
So it's all.
If I've never been on it, if it's the one time I'm ever going to go on it, it's worth 2 hours.
Okay.
If I've ridden it multiple times, to me, to Jeff, it's worth 25 minutes. the Jeff, my estimate of the value in my time, 25 minutes anytime.
Okay.
What about you?
I don't. I've only ridden it once,
yeah,
so I can't really say. And I would like to ride it at night. I think it will feel faster probably at night and a little more thrilling.
Right. We'll get you on it numerous times, I'm sure. But this is just the initial. And I know you took some really cool pictures from up here. The one time you rode it, you're taking pictures.
The one time, and I didn't take pictures the whole time, but I wanted to get at least a few of them. But it was a nice, it's a nice attraction.
What would you say would you give it as the A through E ticket rating?
I don't know. What
I would say a solid D.
Okay.
Solid D ticket.
Well, I'll give it a D. I don't know.
It's not a D.
Because it's so well done. Not for thrills, but for the dark ride portion.
And I really love this little bonus at the end here.
And I didn't see this yet because it was daylight. If you are going in daylight, you're not going to see this too much.
This is daylight?
Well,
it's because the sun was so low.
Because of where the sun was. When we went, you couldn't really see inside.
Right, and I have to say, the dwarves that you see most of them are from the original attraction, the Snow White Scary Adventure, so it's a nice little tribute.
What about the Wicked Witch?
Witch is new, and a couple of the figures are new, but for the majority, 5 of the 7 dwarves are original.
And it was very easy for mobility. They even had a wheelchair to get me to the scooter, so I didn't need to take any steps without holding something, which was nice.
Right. It's Disney's world class for the most part when it comes to disabilities in the parks, in the theme parks. So, I think that
it went very well.
If you have a wheelchair or a scooter, no problem. It's just getting in and out that
you
might
have
be the
to be
problem.
able to take a step or two to get in.
Now, we're going back to the Rock Your Disney side. They were shooting a Weather Channel promo here, so I had to say hi to Mr. Dopey, of course. And what else? What do we have coming up? Oh, okay. So this was the actual opening day, and we had fast passes. This was on the 28th. So I just wanted to give a very quick demonstration of the fast pass process. And also, it was really hot, and I thought it was nice that they were handing out water.
I thought that was nice too. I didn't even see it.
She's like, they're free. Enjoy a fine ice water, which we did.
I thought that was very nice.
So you just do the usual fast pass thing.
There.
Yes, you're going to see the backside of Scooter.
But I'm so excited, actually to be on my feet. But I still have to use a scooter for the next month or so until I'm totally walking.
And this is it. That's all you have is just this short little path, and you board right in here, right in the mine. So very, very easy.
It was very quick, almost too quick, as you would say.
Now, we actually had to search out to find merchandise.
But this is for the most part, not Mine Train merchandise.
Yeah, there was only one pin that was Mine Train specific merchandise so far, and we'll see that soon.
Well, Dopey and the Mine Car was probably created for this, but it's been out
the
for
Gem
a while.
Shore, the Gem
Yes.
Shore, yeah, that's probably true. Oh, they're the pins.
I just don't know why they don't have T-shirts, for opening
you
day.
think they probably had plenty of time to prepare, wouldn't you say? It took quite a while to get this thing.
Well, like Universal will have, a whole store with like Minion merchandise, but here you can't even get a T-shirt.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed with that.
Kind of surprised about that. Anyway, now we're going to jump back to Rockier Disney side, and there is Hercules himself. And this was my favorite part. You've seen the Move It, Shake It, Celebrate It. This is the Shake Your Tail Feathers segment.
That's what it looks
and
like.
I just got a big laugh to see Hercules in a big show his muzzle, shaking his tail feathers.
The funny thing is, like, everybody focused on Hercules, so I don't know who the other people, who the other characters must have been, but they couldn't have been, as exciting as Hercules.
Well, our good friend Matt from Attractions will appreciate seeing his muscles. Didn't you experience that with him in California?
Oh yeah, when we did the Magical Map opening, and then they had OPA, which was a terrific event the day after.
So now we're jumping to the nighttime, and all the villains are out. This is a special villains pre-parade to the Main Street Electrical Parade.
It was very fast. We have this whole pre-parade, which is just a couple minutes.
We actually went and seen it twice. So we put them both together and edited it up very nicely. But when you're there, it just flew by.
It was hard to get pictures just because they moved so fast and they didn't always
Stromboli.
look our way. It was good, but I wish they had just slowed it down a little bit.
Right. Do you remember what they called it?
I don't. The Villainous Celebration or something like that.
Villainous Celebration.
I think that might have been.
Oh, there's a Megara
now,
and Hades.
Megara and Hades had the longest lines of the villains all night for meet and greet.
Yeah, they were the most popular. They were sort of the Oogie Boogie line of the occasion.
Like 3 hours,
right,
or more.
And they had a new mix to the song that you usually hear. It's good to be bad.
Right, and I liked it, except that I wouldn't want them to change it during the Halloween party.
Speaking of Oogie Boogie, there he is. And only his second appearance ever, I think. Not counting the Hollywood Studios villain night.
And there was no meet and greet with him, which
would
have been nice.
I think they knew it would have just been bedlam. It would have been pandemonium. They probably elected to not.
I think it would have been okay because Megara and Hades had a long line, but
well, you see that pandemonium for them.
That wasn't pandemonium.
Boogie.
But maybe it would have only been an hour and a half line for each of them instead of 3 hours. It's not bad.
They could have put him with Anna and Elsa
and
just get it all done.
I don't think so. There is the Evil Queen.
Evil Queen. And speaking of Evil Queens, it is Maleficent, which we just saw the film the other day, and you wrote a review.
I did write a review. I thought, Maleficent is not the villain here. She's like the heroine,
she's
which is
misunderstood.
Weird.
And she gave you assistance when we met her here.
She was fantastic, and it will be interesting to see if they use her more instead of the green-faced Maleficent. But that other Maleficent is actually a villain where she is not.
That's right. It's Stromboli from Pinocchio. He never comes out. He's the Kid Fisto of these type of characters.
Well, him and the bowler hat guy,
too. Another one that never comes out. But he was fantastic. We have an extended video where he's playing around with guests and chasing people and sneaking up on people. He was a lot of fun.
We only waited about 15 minutes for him. And, I think a little earlier in the evening it was longer.
You remember, it was 4-something in the morning when we
But Hades and Megara still had their 3-hour line.
No, we got in line at 3 o'clock for Anna and Elsa, and we did not meet them until 4.
And we had a Fast Pass Plus. I have no idea what was going on, if they were taking an extended lunch, dinner break, breakfast break.
And I gave her, did you see that? I gave her the Maleficent ears. I was
she
hoping she'd put them on.
Yeah,
that would have been wonderful.
I didn't think she would.
Yeah. And then she signed our friend Kelly's Vinylmation.
And I thought that was nice. She asked if the Vinylmation was Olaf.
Yes, she thought it was Olaf. I thought that was really cool. But yeah, that was the longest we waited for anything that night. 1 hour in the Fast Pass for Anna and Elsa.
But it was okay. We met some really nice people in the line.
Right. So then I can tell you this: we got out of that line at 4:15 because that's when we met Stromboli.
And Flynn Rider.
Flynn Rider.
We don't see Flynn Rider around the parks too often, and here he was also signing the Vinylmation.
And he was great. And Rapunzel was there. And
bowler
hat guy. I loved the bowler hat guy. I complimented his mustache. All these videos we have separate videos with the actual interactions, the audio, and all that stuff. So
he did a
great
job.
We'll link to that. Yeah.
And really, for somebody who is only here like one time, and this is really only his second time, really a great job.
Speaking of great, though. These were the biggest. We didn't actually meet them. Everyone else you saw, we interacted with.
In part
and met.
because the Anna and Elsa line was so long. So there was, by the time we got here, they had closed the line off.
Yeah, it was close to 5 a.m. By the time we got to these guys. So, and they had already shut the line off. They were closing the line. So we did get some pictures. I was able to take some photos, and here's what that was. And I watched some of their interactions. They looked like they were great, and she is a fantastic Meg. I mean, she's got the voice down.
There's only one Meg.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I appreciate that. You're right. How dare I? How dare I?
And I was going to say 3 hours would have been worth it, and then 5 hours for Anna and Elsa is what some guests were waiting.
Now, you skipped this dance party to go get Starbucks, which was a nice thing to do.
I didn't really skip it to go get Starbucks. I skipped it because I didn't want to be here in a scooter and get stomped on.
Right. Well, that's true.
But I also wanted to get a drink.
It was a nice little dance. This was the very end of the dance party, and I think it was a lot of fun. And, a special meeting by the Big Bad Wolf.
I had no idea that some of these meet and greets were happening in Town Square, and I'm, watching Twitter, so I thought that was very interesting.
And, of course, right at 5:45, they had a farewell with all the characters in their pajamas, and they sang the Mickey Mouse alma mater.
Is that what? I have no idea. I
now
don't
it's
even
time to say
I don't
goodbye.
even remember it anymore.
Yeah, so that's what it was. Here they are, they're waving goodbye. It was a great event. We had a lot of fun, and I'm sure they'll do another 24-hour day next year.
Right. We took a nap in the afternoon and made it through the night pretty easily.
And to completely switch gears, here we are at Universal, and it's the Hogwarts Express at King's Cross Station.
Well, we had been at the Portofino Bay, the Lowe's Portofino Bay, to see the Minions Suite.
Which were awesome.
And we're going to show that next week. We're really excited about it. And headed over to Universal for an hour or so.
I was very excited to see the train when it actually started moving. I knew there would be one particular spot we might be able to see it, but I wasn't sure, and we just got lucky. We were able to get it pulling out of the station on its way to the Hogsmeade station and coming back. Although it's interesting, when it comes back, it sort of backs into the station. So I heard it won't do a complete grand circle tour. It just goes back and forth.
Right. And all of the windows are blacked out because, what you're going to be seeing is not outside, it's inside.
Right.
So that should be very fun.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait. We've seen some preview video of the inside of the train, and it looks amazing.
It really does.
And, we're only about 3 weeks or less away from opening. I think there'll a media event on the 17th or so.
Right, around that time will be the media event. I'm not sure if there'll be soft openings before that or after that, but we're very close at this point.
And there is the night bus.
Right, and there is the dragon.
Oh, the dragon,
We
yes.
haven't seen the dragon personally, except this way.
Well, we got this far, and we saw the dragon inside the scaffolding, and he looks great. And I know we could have seen him from the front and seen his face, but it started to rain.
Right, so we couldn't get that.
We couldn't get the whole
But there's
the
the tail.
But but there's the tail. Yeah. No, but it was, it's just huge. It's awesome. I can't wait to see this when it's actually working and fully installed.
And something else that was recently announced is butterbeer ice cream.
Oh.
Universal, take my money.
Yes, that's true.
I hope they have warm butterbeer at some point also.
They tested that.
I know they tested it, but I don't know if they'll have it. There's the Eros fountain also.
Right.
But they're going to have, the Leaky Cauldron will serve a lot of British fare, like the Toad in the Hole and the Bangers and Mash, and butterbeer. You'll be able to get butterbeer there as well.
That's right. A lot of that stuff sounds like items we've had at the Tam O'Shanter.
Yes.
Remember? That's like a Irish type of place.
Right. And then the Florian Fortescue ice cream will have, again, the butterbeer ice cream, clotted cream ice cream, Earl Grey and lavender, and a total of 20 unique ice cream flavors.
Boy, oh boy! Like you said, take my money. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to
I bet
try
they'll
them all
have
out.
T-shirts also.
That's right. That's probably true.
We'll save our money.
But yeah, so big doings over at Universal Studios, and that's not the only thing. I mean, there's always something going on over there. So and also we'll see the Minion. We'll see the Minion
We'll
suites
see the Minion suite next week. Yep.
Now we're moving on.
Still at Universal
That's
area.
right. That's right.
Emeril's Chop. We went there for a lunch, a media lunch. We interviewed Chef Ryan Vargas as well. The food here and the atmosphere. Look at
amazing.
It really is, and I'm not kidding. I mean, we're going to go back sometime very soon on our own.
I still can't believe we had a good hour to talk to the chef, and we learned so much.
We did, and this is a Robata grill. Only 2 restaurants in Orlando have it, and this is one of them, and it cooks food at 1,000 degrees, and it seals in all the flavor. And, they don't have to overspice.
Right, right.
It just, delicious.
We'll have to get you one of those grills.
Yeah, at 1,000 degrees, I'd hurt myself.
Just a little hot.
And I love the countertop there. I didn't get to see it.
Well, you will now.
I
Now
know.
you're
Next
walking.
time we go. And this is my Bangkok Beauty drink with fresh strawberries along with lamb skewers.
It's a little spicy, but I enjoyed the skewers.
And this is the pork belly, which it's crispy, kind of like bacon, and your Mai Tai.
Yeah, not to overlook the drinks. They all natural ingredients, very potent.
They were. We didn't need more than one.
They were wonderful.
And this is a yakitori pineapple chicken, which was my favorite item. It wasn't too dry. It wasn't dry. It was moist and tender and
so good. So good.
This is the Tchoup burger. And I'm not really into the fried egg as much, but Jeff really liked it.
Yeah,
right?
well, I don't think you tried very much of it. I gave it a college try. And I tell you, the egg made it work. It was good for me.
And this is shirashi.
Right, it's sort of a deconstructed sushi, one of the most popular dishes. It has raw ahi and salmon, sushi rice, all the other ingredients you'd normally find in sushi. Amazing. Absolutely. I will go back for that. Absolutely.
And I will go back for several items here too. The Robata items, I just want to say, are only at night.
Right.
And these vegetables
Wow.
were excellent. And these were all Robata vegetables as well, including Japanese eggplant.
And I've had nothing like them anywhere before.
And these mushrooms, right, and I would say the same as several of these vegetables I've not had. White asparagus I've not had before, and I thought that was really great.
And they're all paired with perfect sauces that have so much flavor.
These peppers, though, they're like sweet until you hit a hot one, and I
Yeah,
didn't
it's like
realize
playing
I was
Russian
going to get
roulette.
a hot one.
Russian roulette, right? That's true. We were told about that. Oh boy! But the best is yet to come.
This is 3 different desserts. The Emeril's signature banana cream pie is one of the best desserts. I am not a banana cream pie person, but that was one of the best desserts I have ever tasted.
I'm not either, and it was fantastic. Everything worked. It was just wonderful.
And this is a chocolate Kimura cake,
Right.
which tastes like
a peanut
Reese's,
buttery, right.
Reese's peanut butter cup in a cake.
And this is the crispy guava and cream cheese dumplings.
And we didn't eat all of this.
Yeah, we were a little full.
Like by the time I had some of the Kimura cake, I couldn't really taste much of the last dessert.
Right,
so
right. We didn't.
unfortunately,
That sort of suffered with our stomachs, but I did give it a try. I thought it was amazing, and I will try that again.
And this is Chef Ryan Vargas. We'll put up an interview with him soon. I just want to mention also about their parking validation. If you go in, have a drink, have something to eat, you can get valet parking validated.
Right, even just one drink at the bar outside. They said, it's a great deal. It's very convenient, and they have happy hour.
Oh, right, from 5 to 8.
Right.
And I want to mention also one other special. If you order a entree and you have a universal ticket of any sort, you can get a free dessert. 1 per table. Just check their website, Emeril's Chop Out.
So again, highly recommended. We will be back. Absolutely, we will be back.
Yes, and fresh ingredients trucked in every day. I just want to mention that. I thought that was really great.
And our next thing is a special segment from our good friend Steve Griswold over at Pixie Vacations.
I know. I'm so excited about Ratatouille opening at the studios at Disneyland Paris. And I'm hoping that we get there this year ourselves.
Right.
But he is there now, and he is bringing us a construction update. It's only going to be opening maybe in 3 or 4 weeks. Officially is July, but I think we're going to see soft openings before that.
Well, we really appreciate him getting that footage and putting this clip together for us. So anyway, let's take a road trip with Steve Griswold.
Hi, it's Steve Griswold, and we have another Griswold family road trip for you. This time, it's actually a European vacation, and we're taking our vacation over to Paris, France, to Disneyland Paris to be exact. Disneyland has a new attraction, actually kind of a new land opening over at Walt Disney Studios, which is similar to Disney Hollywood Studios over in Orlando, Florida. And it's next to the Toy Story Playland, which is a new land that opened over at Walt Disney Studios, I believe back in 2010.
Bienvenue. Le sergent sera heureux de vous voir en rapport. Il vient de déballer un nouveau jeu de parachute.
Now, the new land is going to be a Ratatouille Pixar film-inspired land. Of course, it's going to look just like Paris. It's going to open on July 10th, 2014, so not too much longer. And these are some construction shots of the new land and the new area. Now, the Ratatouille Ride is going to be a 3D attraction. It's going to be a trackless dark ride. It's the first one that Disney's done over at Disneyland Paris. And there's also going to be a restaurant. The restaurant's going to be Bistro Chez Remy. So if you head over to Disneyland Paris anytime after July 10th, love to see what you think of the new ride and the new restaurant, all the new shops and attractions.
Seriously, how exciting is that to see?
Yes, I can't wait. Hopefully we'll see it in person this year.
I know it's been 7 years since I've been to Paris, and I don't want to wait another year.
And you know,
so.
there are some people out there who have never been.
It doesn't matter. I wanna
Never
go back.
been.
Anyway, thank you to Pixie Vacations, Steve Griswold,
Yes.
for that. Again, check their site out. They have so much great information. And also, you know, they're travel agents. They're our travel agency. So request a quote.
And our sponsor, Theme Park Connection, we are finally going to announce all the prizes from Show 100. I'm going to let Denise do the honors.
And I wish everybody could have won. We
Yes,
had a lot of
course.
entries.
Great entries.
Okay, the $100 Theme Park Connection gift certificate is to Molly Rose.
Congratulations.
Yes. The Passporter book is to Brian Nussbaum. Heritage, the Heritage Cell
Right.
is to Collins Hall. The Magic Cell is to Noel Simonson. And the Vision is to Bruce Brodsky.
All right.
And we will have more prizes in the upcoming weeks. Thank you very much for entering. We loved when we can give stuff out.
Yeah, congratulations to everybody. I sure hope people enjoy their prizes.
And just send us your information on Facebook.
And thanks again to Theme Park Connection for supplying all the prizes.
We really appreciate it.
So anyway, it was a busy week, lots of good stuff. We keep being distracted looking out the window and seeing all the cool animals.
Seeing all the animals outside.
I don't think it's a good idea to be recording our shows from this place in the future. Too many distractions.
We probably won't be.
But anyway, thanks everybody. And we have a lot of good stuff coming up for next week.
So much.
Including the Minion Rooms.
I know, can't wait.
So anyway, have a great week, everybody.
Have a great week.